Uh, yo, what's
Hey.
up? Chokes in consciousness.
Yeah, number
Yo,
13.
this synchronicity on episode 13. Think about it.
All right.
We're hitting y'all with a whole bunch of new shit for this one. Not only are we recording on a completely different day, but a different time of day. First time we're recording at nighttime on the 13th episode. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, I thought today was the 13th, but it's the 14th. Dang it.
Day
But
after.
close.
Close,
Yeah.
but
It's a nighttime pod.
nighttime pod nightcap with you girls, Deja and Michaela. We out here.
Woo.
Uh, another one. Another one. And not to mention Michaela's birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Another year around the good old sun. And
28.
28 on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
the 17th.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, what day is yours on? Sunday or Monday?
Next Tuesday, the
Tuesday.
22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, weekday, B day this time. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Yes. So here we are coming at y'all again. Nightcap. We have a lot of shit to kind of get through, which is the theme of our pod today, which is going to be topic of the week and everything about just newness, because I was off on a little adventure over this past weekend that I will fill you all in on. And there's some wild stuff out in nature, just my thoughts and just trying new stuff. What does this look like for jiu-jitsu and all that. So with that said, just overall, Michaela, first time I've seen you was earlier when we got our little training in, but
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't get to catch up with you prior
Yeah.
to me leaving. So I mean, how was the weekend? How you been doing overall?
Yeah. The weekend was good. I just worked, just the usual. And
Just huge.
yeah, my week was pretty good too. Just did a lot of jujitsu and a lot of lifting.
Mm-hmm. How's the body feeling?
Good, tight, but good.
Toit?
Mm-hmm. Like
Are
a
you
little
feeling
sore.
better than you were again, like the week prior? Because I think, what was it, the last time we recorded, that was the first time you were getting back
Oh
into the
yeah,
MMA
no,
gym.
I'm definitely sore from punching. Yeah, my
Mm,
shoulders are pretty sore. My abs are sore. E-
getting that work.
Everything's a little sore, but it's not like overwhelmingly sore. Just a little
Okay.
bit.
So we adjusting. So are we upping MMA gym
Mm-hmm.
now? Getting back like
Yeah, yeah. I went in 2 days this week or this past week, so that was pretty nice. Switching it up a little bit.
okay. So not just the heavy bag, but are we doing
Just
speed bag?
Just like mitt work, and we did some light sparring. Me and my friend did some light sparring.
Did it stay light sparring or did it get kind of
I mean,
wild?
it turned up a little bit. It always turns up just a little bit.
Somebody takes one pow, just
Uh,
a quick little pop and then it's on.
yeah. And I don't meet some of those punches. I don't realize how long I am, you know. So some of them go through, and I'm like, dang, that might have been a little harder than I wanted. And you know that then that sets off the fire, and then she'll throw on a little harder.
Yeah, then it's like, okay,
Yeah, then
we're
I try to
meeting
back
energy.
up. No, I try to back off after that. I'm like, we're not turning this up more.
We don't need to escalate. Let's keep this here or even
Mm-hmm.
de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, or that I'll cover up, just try to hide
Yeah.
myself.
That would be kind of, I think about this. If I was a taller individual,
Mm-hmm.
like you just, I don't know, how often do you not realize like how long you are? Because you're a long limb. Yes, you're tall, but you're like a long limbed individual.
Yeah, I don't realize it. I don't know. Like, it's kind of funny sitting in Jeff's chair. He can touch the floor with his feet, but I sit in it and I can't. My feet don't touch. So I don't know
Dang.
if my torso is just long or if it's just my arms.
But you
I
have
don't
long
know.
ass legs.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much
I'm
taller is Jeff than you?
like a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, okay, maybe he just has, I think he has a longer torso than you, but I think you're still like, I don't know. Your
I don't
legs are
know
pretty
either.
long.
Mhm. Yeah,
People
I've
built different out here.
been long since 12.
Been long since 12. Body control didn't happen till 20s, correct?
Yeah, I'm like probably 21, 22.
Damn.
I was tripping up until 21, 22 years old.
That's
But
10 years of growing pains out here.
hey, I grew really fast, like a year. I think in a year I grew, I don't know how short I was, but I grew up to like 5'9" when I was 12.
That's crazy.
And then I was like a foot and a half taller than all my friends in middle school. Like they were to my shoulder. I was one of the
What's
giant
up, little
kids.
people? Dang. Michaela, can you get this?
Yeah.
Anytime I'm playing basketball, Michaela's on my
I
team.
know, I'm just standing over everybody.
Yo, tetherball would have been fun playing with you. Well, not playing with you, but if we were like playing teams, like you got
Yeah.
this round, I'll get the second one.
I would be scared playing against you in tetherball. I bet you'd hit
Yo,
that ball so hard, like
that was my
spinning
claim to
it.
fame. You know, I always got a story. Did I ever
Yeah.
tell you how tetherball, like, honestly, it just kind of busted the doors wide open for me in my debut in school in Topeka?
No, I haven't
Let me
heard
give you
this.
this. Let me give you this little quick rundown of Deja's tetherball story that would set off my legacy as little Dej, elementary through high school. So, second grade, move up to Topeka. New kid in the block or on the block, you know, McEachran Mustangs. We out here. So, come to school the first day. I, get there a little late. Little before lunchtime, had to get my little shit set up, meet the principal, all that good stuff. So, now I know it doesn't seem like it, but I'm a shy kid. I was a shy kid, even
Yeah,
though I'm
that's
an extrovert.
surprising. Dang.
Quiet. I'm like that with new people too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very observy, right? I gotta feel you
Mm-hmm.
out. I gotta assess the situation. Once you're trusted, the environment is trusted, you ain't gonna shut me up.
Dang, that's such an introverted thing. You're
Yeah,
an
I start out.
extrovert. That's wild. All right.
Nah. Ask Matt and Heidi. Like when I first came on, I'm like, I wasn't really talking. I don't know y'all
Mm-hmm.
like that. Just
Yeah,
takes me a
I
minute to
feel
get
you.
warmed up. Yeah, I gotta suss you out.
Mm-hmm. I'm the same way. I feel you.
Yeah, so, quiet, came in, and then it was, we did our little ABCs, did the Pledge of Allegiance. Hi, my name's Deja. I'm new here. Introductions. And then they walked us down to gym because it was like our gym class was like the first class to go. And the activity was tetherball. Now, popular kid who was like, how would you say? Honestly, he's probably like the Tom Brady of second grade, of the second grade kids. Everybody loved them some Jimmy, you know. Dude always came in sweatpants, never in jeans, because he just stayed in every sport. And so he was super nice but he challenged me in tetherball. And so,
Mm-hmm.
kind of the same thing with the sparring. It started off kind of cute, he's out here trying to make friends. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers out here. Again, I haven't really talked to anybody. I'm shy. Don't want to be perceived. Well, then shit just started turning up. And then we got the little second graders out here with Michael Jackson and the popcorn just like enjoying the show. And then all of a sudden it was like, I hit it hard. And it was like, ooh. And then Jimmy hit it hard. It was like, oh. Your girl came out with the victory though.
Nice.
And that set the tone for me for like the rest of my
Oh,
elementary, middle
that's
school, and high
awesome.
school. Deja just shows up in the sports
All
first
your
day.
little classmates cheering, Deja.
I was like, hey, first day that all of a sudden me and Jimmy were friends.
Nice. That's
I'm the
cool.
one of the popular kids now.
Dang.
Man, you
Nice.
couldn't tell me shit. Couldn't tell me shit. And then it turned into like I was gonna be like at least first first round pick when it came to soccer, tetherball, basketball.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Because I was just acclimated at that point.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you want to hear my first day of
Yeah, I
third
do.
grade in a new middle school?
Yes, I do. Please tell.
And so it was a Catholic middle school, and my mom went to that same middle school when she was a kid, and we had to wear uniforms like the plaid like jumper with a little skirt
Okay.
thing. And my mom, when she was in school, she said they wore nice shoes. So she got me these really like ugly white dress shoes that
Dang.
she made me wear to on the first day of school. And then
White dress shoes?
yeah, they were just they were white, like bright white, like not tennis shoes. And
No.
everybody in my class was like, "Why are you wearing those?" Like, this kid's weird. I
No, you
remember
got
going
labeled the
home.
weird kid?
Yeah, and I went home and I was like, "Mom, everybody's wearing normal tennis shoes."
Dang. Did you switch up and wear
Oh
did
yeah,
you
we switched, yeah.
dang, your
But
mom was
just
trying
the
to keep the
first day,
lineage going.
I know, and I had no idea being in 3rd grade.
You
Like,
can't be
"All right,
labeled the
mom."
weird kid like the first day and because that could have stuck with you.
Yeah,
How long did that stick with you?
I don't think it stuck long.
That's great.
Yeah, I made friends, like, soon after that, but yeah, it was just I'm no like, I won't forget it.
Never forget. That yeah, that stuck with you. The white
Mhm.
dress shoes.
Yeah,
Man, were they shiny?
I think so. I can't remember, I just
What?
knew they were ugly white dress shoes.
Nobody was trying to wear those.
Mhm. I don't think
Damn.
anybody still wears those.
Damn. At least you all had at least the top was the same since it was a
Mhm.
uniform.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we all look the
Man,
same.
damn. I don't see I wouldn't want to do a uniform.
Yeah. I mean, it was easy being a kid because you just do the same thing on every single day.
Yeah.
But then again, it's pretty lame. Like, everybody's wearing the same thing. We could only wear, like, white and black socks. Like, there just wasn't a whole lot
What?
of expression. Yeah.
Yeah, see exactly, no expression. That was the favorite, the best part before school was going to pick out your clothes
Mhm.
before school and then it was like, "Oh, don't let me get ready the night before." Cuz I was just excited about like, "Ooh, ooh, I'm gonna kill him with this
Mhm.
little windsuit I got on."
Aw, little days.
Yeah. Little Dage out here, yo, I got a picture and I have to find it somewhere. It's like this picture of me where so I won this award. Did your school ever do like the book club kind of things where you
I
had
think
like the
so.
category of books and then if you read so many you could get like a Pizza Hut
Pizza
pan
party.
pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was out here doing that shit and then the year what was it? It was my 4th grade year. So it would have been like 98, 97, 98. This book Frindle came out. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but basically
Mm-mm.
it's about like this kid that he created it was imaginary pen that was like that did superhero shit in his mind.
Mhm.
But so he renamed pen a Frindle. I
Alright.
don't know. Yeah, right. So somehow I got nominated to go visit the author who was coming to the Topeka Expo Center to sign, do book signings and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. You know, never been to this little event. And so, of course, I'm going to come correct, you
Mhm.
know? So I didn't have white dress shoes, but your girl was Reeboked out. This is when Reebok was all right. You know, it was
Mhm.
slapping. I can remember in my mind, I had like the fresh pony going on. I had my little glasses. I had the navy blue, just like top jacket, bottoms, white little line streak with the fresh Reebok white like tennies.
Dang.
Yeah. So there's a picture of me getting my book signed, looking all fresh.
That's awesome. What
Hell
grade
yeah.
was that? 4th grade?
4th grade.
That's funny. You were dressing fresh in 4th grade.
You got to match. Can't be out here looking
Mm.
crazy.
I mean, it's also
Yeah,
alright if you wanna look crazy.
that's true. Everybody, you express how you want to express. It just made me feel good. And that's also
Mhm.
the first time I ever had chicken fried chicken.
Yeah, that's a good day. Nice. A
That was
book
a great
signed
day.
and chicken.
Like, I only thought chicken fried steak existed.
Mhm.
The discovery of chicken fried chicken changed your girl's life that day.
That's
Double fried
awesome.
chicken with white gravy? Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me on these school memories. Yeah.
Dang, you were in 4th grade in 97. That's wild. I was 1 years old. 1 year old in 97.
Damn. Out here didn't even like were you walking at by like
I mean,
1? Were
probably
you
not. Or I don't know.
some babies do?
I probably did it.
Damn.
Knowing my coordination the rest of my life, probably not. Probably took me a while to walk.
Yeah. I was a wobbler. A weeble wobbler.
Mm.
So I was like we have old my grandpa recorded everything, so we have all these old recordings.
Yeah,
Little
that's
Deja
cool.
out here pushing little toy vacuums,
Nice.
doing my shit.
Yeah, doing baby things.
Doing baby D.
Baby
Baby. Yeah, all right. Whipping it back around to bringing it back. So, what we have for y'all today in regard to some shit, because like I said, speaking of birthdays coming up, had first time experience trying new stuff. It was kind of like a little bit of a merge, and like second birthday kind of gift for my partner Emily, and then like a little bit of a birthday getaway for myself as well, kind of merge the two. So came out with some stuff, which is leading to our topic of the week. Shade on
Yeah.
Colorado, but no shade and the no spice, but spice it up. Try new things would be what we're going to be talking about. And then our Zen talk, because also being in Estes Park, I had some intrusive thoughts, but this is also related to I know I've dealt with intrusive thoughts when it comes to jujitsu, competing, maybe succumbing to those in life. How do you deal with those? How do you challenge them? Do you entertain them? Do you not? All of that good stuff. And of course, obviously, we have our content of the fight breakdown. And Michaela and I need to recap, even though it's been a week and a half, almost 2 weeks at this point, but we need
Mm-hmm.
to recap our predictions from the Alex Pereira Roundtree fight. Juliana Pena, a lot to say about her, and new news coming up. Um, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. I want to recap and just come back. Michaela, birthday this
Mm-hmm.
week. Curious, is there anything that you like to do on your birthday? Any kind of like, I have like little reflection time. I take myself out every year to do ice cream or something, or it's just like, it's another year. It's whatever.
I mean, like, I feel like it's not just whatever, but I kind of just do whatever. It's nothing like huge, but I like hanging out with like my friends or with Jeff or yeah, like going out to eat or getting ice cream, just something small.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here for it. Same.
Yeah.
But I know that if people were listening to this who've known me since college are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Small. And it's like, yes and no. Like, as I've gotten older, I've just gotten a little more like, I just want to keep it quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner, I'm not trying to do too much, yes, celebrate, but I don't like attention on me like that,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm a social
Yeah.
person. Um, but my family, my mom, my grandma, it's just like they're gonna have a party or they're gonna do something regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So I just get roped into it. So it ends up being a thing that I don't want it to be, but I'm also grateful. So it's like, all right, what do you want me to do on my day? Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Dang, do they got plans for you then on your day?
Yeah, which I didn't even. So Emily and I were trying to, she was asking me if I wanted to plan something like throwing axes with people. I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
would be down to throw some axes Saturday night. She's thinking, who would you want me to invite? Keep it small because I don't like big crowds or
Yeah.
anything. Let's keep it small because she was going to have to do reservations. So as I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking about this, a few days go by. All of a sudden, I get a random text message from my mom. And it was like, you've been invited to Deja's birthday, hooray. And I was like, what? I was like, this is what Emily and my mom were talking about this whole
Yeah.
time? No. I text Emily and I'm like, hey, you and my mom planning something? I thought we were gonna
Mhm.
plan like axe throwing. She was like, "Oh no, what are you talking about?" So I send this invite. So it's this invite for a party at my mom's place at 3 o'clock this Saturday. I
Nice.
was like, "All right, I guess this is what we're doing."
Yeah.
At
That'll
least
be
for a portion
fun.
of the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm grateful. It's just funny
Mhm.
because I'm like, all right,
Yeah, that is funny. What's your mom like? Does she love throwing parties and doing stuff
yeah,
like that?
she is a partier through and through, through and through. She loves to turn up. She's a good time. She's funny. She's a funny person.
Yeah.
Um, and like I know I turn up, but like if you've seen just the difference between like my mom's turn up and my turn up, it's different. Different turn ups. I can't keep up with my mom.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
put it
that's
that way.
wild.
Yeah, I can't keep up with her.
Damn.
And I've always been kind of like an old soul.
Mhm.
Like I was like college, undergrad, your girl was getting it out here. Like we were known as the party house back in Emporia.
Oh,
Good
damn.
old days. Yep, we had the kegs at the house and celebrating loud and proud back in the day.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. But we've calmed down. Like I
Yeah.
said, a couple of weeks, like or I said last week, I had that mini. Again, we're talking about. We'll be talking about intrusive thoughts, mini midlife crisis
Mhm.
thought for me and my reflection because I'm gonna be 36 this year. You're turning
Mhm.
28, but I also know last week's episode talking about transformative chaos. We've been talking about these major transitions happening, and not just the ebbs and flows of stress at the solar eclipse and the full moon and all of that. But we have been noticing and seeing some significant energy changes. And like we were talking about last week, it's not 28 has a magic change or transformation. However, in
Mhm.
this particular time of your year and coming around the sun, you have noticeably noticed some transitions for yourself. And same as I'm getting ready to turn on the other end, the back end of 30 now.
Yeah, but 36 years young.
That's right. 36 years young is correct. We still out here.
Yeah, we still got good energy, good spirits.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting older, but we're not letting that like wreck us or get to us.
Getting better. Like I say every
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
we're aging like whiskey when it comes to just your elevation of age. It depends. Your narrative is going to shape how you age.
Mhm. Yeah, that's kind of wild to think about. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so don't stress yourself out. That's gonna
I'm gonna try
narrative.
not to.
Yeah, that's gonna affect how you age.
It's true. I just peeping some noticeable things because every year for me, so like my thing, at least that I've been trying to do for a decade, at least being mindful about it, is just trying to reflect on my overall year of like what did I do, what kind of things did I work on, what did I challenge myself on, just things that I'm noticing about myself as I'm getting older. And I
Mhm.
think this particular like back end of the year, like I've been saying, the universe has been being like, yo ho, you need to get better at identifying and verbalizing boundaries and not just being too nice all the time and just sucking
Mhm.
stuff up because it festers and then it blows up later.
Mhm.
um and that, as I'm getting a little grayer throughout, I'm like, that is absolutely correct. Girl
Yeah.
needs to be able to identify more boundaries and say them, get seasoned out here,
Yeah.
and keep it rolling.
Yeah.
So I'm in my Magneto. I'm deep in my Magneto phase right now. Like we
Awesome.
we were we were kind of entertaining Magneto a few years ago,
Mhm.
but like I think I'm like it's like I'm like a new series. Like we're in like a new
Oh,
era
that's
of like
cool. Yeah. Now you're starting the next season.
yeah. Hell yeah. Do you notice anything? Because I'm saying I've noticed for you just what I've observed over the last year, but I'm curious if you have any reflections for yourself as you get ready to turn 28.
Huh. I don't know. Like I feel the same, but I know there's been a lot of change and growth. but overall I'm still doing the same things I was doing a year ago. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like my life isn't that much different, but I just feel like mentally like I've matured a little bit. Like I don't know, like I feel like I've matured and grown, but it's hard to pinpoint exactly where.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel better. I don't know, I feel better than I did a year ago.
I'd say I
That's
think
something.
you're more confident in yourself
Mm,
of like who you are.
yeah, I'd say that too.
Yeah. Like you're kind of like leaning in to I don't know, like your journey. I've just kind of noticed an
Mm,
uptick of your like autonomy and individualistic energy and like
alright.
investment of self.
Mhm. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool to hear. Thanks, Deja.
Got you, bro. Yeah. Just with all kinds of like just every like little well not little, but every I think tier in your world right now, you've really been kind of setting it as like assertive, intentional, either like
Mhm.
ideology, movement, all of that. It's just a different, it looks different this year than it did a year ago because I think you're
Mm,
internally in a different space.
yeah. No, this year I definitely feel like I have a plan. Or like I know
Hmm.
what I like, I know what I wanna do, I know the direction I wanna go. But yeah, I'd say a year ago, like I didn't know what was gonna happen or what was gonna work out. I was just trying things. But I think, yeah, this year I'm definitely like more just direct with my life, like being more intentional and more focused, I'd say.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's great to see.
Yeah.
Just saying, on the
Thanks.
outside looking in. And I'm excited to see where you continue taking this
I
as we
know.
move into 2025.
Yeah, that's wild. 2025. Last year at the beginning of the year, I was like, "Oh, 2024 is going to be our year," you know, but I said that not knowing what that meant or what was going to happen, but like I think this year I just learned a lot and realized, "Oh, this might not be like the year, but this is building up to what's coming in
Yeah.
2025."
Hmm. Hey, when you say it out loud, it potentially going to come out. It's gonna be your truth.
Mhm.
That's why you got to say affirmations. That's why if you say negative shit, you just put it out there in the universe. Like
Yeah.
that energy never dies, and that shit's gonna come around somehow.
Mhm. Yeah, negativity's bad.
We don't want it, and sometimes it comes in, right? Intrusive thoughts.
Mhm. Yeah. You seem a lot, like, lighter, like, you got your energy's, like, I don't know, like, it's nice.
From this weekend, from coming
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
absolutely. Nothing like being in nature, you know. Wasn't deep in the woods camping or anything like that, but solid segue into the inspiration of our topic of the week in Zen Talk. A little later that we'll be talking about, but my weekend in
Mhm.
Colorado, Estes Park in Boulder slash Rocky National Park. Rocky Mountain National Park. It was a great time with my partner Emily. That was our first road trip together.
Aw.
So it was like, how's this gonna go? Gonna be in a
Mhm.
car for 8 hours, you know. Um, great time.
Alright.
Um, there was in one I've never been, so I've been to Colorado multiple times, but I've never been to Estes Park, Boulder, or Rocky Mountain National Park. So all of that was new. The setting, just the environment, the people, the vibe.
Mhm.
Um, and weather was great. I think we picked a really great weekend to go. So I think had we waited another weekend, it would have been just like that chill would have really started to come in and like
Mhm.
because the leaves were no obviously leaves were starting to change and everything, but another week it would have been these leaves are really no more that are they're not even in their changing phase. They're just dead.
Mhm. Crispy.
Crispy for sure. So with road trip, so we decided to drive out there versus flying. And it really wasn't a bad drive. I mean, I know 8 hours kind of seems kind of crazy, but
Mhm.
better than 10. And it's just kind of literally a straight shot through
Yeah.
Western Kansas. However, renting a car through Enterprise. We originally rented a compact car, a compact SUV. That's all we needed. So maybe like a little bigger than Fiona, my car, Hyundai Tucson, about that size, right? Or like a little, like maybe a little smaller than a Roadrunner. No, they were out, free upgrade, but they gave us a Wagoneer, Jeep Wagoneer, which is like a six, 7 person passenger vehicle. It
Damn.
is literally a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
So not
Pretty
only am I driving a new vehicle, but like this big ass vehicle, and it's like new.
in Colorado.
Fun. Yeah, right, exactly. Fun until you get to certain areas. So we leave Thursday. And mind you, like we kicking it the first day because we leave Thursday morning and got a little, you're excited, got your little snacks and shit
Mm-hmm.
packed. Got your little music and playlist, your podcasts and audible books downloaded, all kinds of shit that you're only going to use a quarter of, right? But it's better to be prepared, but than to not be prepared. So, drive was great. It's always funny, when you get further into certain areas of places, how things just look differently with people's billboards and signs and whatnot. A lot of shout outs to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
the more west you got,
Yeah,
hey,
that's the
shout out to the
Midwest.
shout out to the big man upstairs. And it was crazy, like the further west we got, the paintings of Jesus got whiter. Like
You
he was
see,
already white.
you see whiter or wider? White?
Whiter, like more
Mm.
white. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that holds up.
Like, well, yeah, he was already white starting out, but then it was like the further we got, he like had like a fluorescent like white glow, like almost to the
Yeah.
point where he was Casper. I was like, wow, what are we? We're getting a little too crazy now. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to bust out the apricot Crayola crown at this point, okay? Because we need to throw a little color in here.
Yeah,
And
I've
so,
never noticed
seeing
that.
hilarious, right? So fields for days. It's great, cool. We get into Colorado. When you first get in, you don't even see the mountains at first, right? You're still technically kind of like on flat western Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
So it took us about, I don't know, maybe it's really not like Boulder's really not that far. Like once you start getting into Denver, you start seeing that fade of mountains in the background and whatnot. And so our hotel, we were staying in Boulder, which was about a 50 to an hour drive from Estes Park in Rocky Mountain National, because we didn't want to stay up there. We'd rather kind of stay in Boulder. And also Emily had family.
Mm-hmm.
Her cousin is going to school at Colorado University. So it was just convenient. So we get in, excited. Who doesn't like you seeing your hotel? All right, get snuggled in. But before actually we got snuggled in for the night, we're hungry. We want to go out, go eat something. So this is the inspiration of trying things new and spicing up your life, y'all. Now, I'm not a I'm I'm not a super food exploration kind of person. I'm not basic, but I stick to certain things that I know. I'm like your standard, I don't really want to get a burger when I go out cuz I can make a better burger, but I can do a burger. Any kind of pasta, tacos, your standard Philly cheese or something like those, like American kind of dishes, and then your standard like Thai, Chinese. Like I like that. I'm not a seafood person. I'm not a like, let's try, you know, not the Euros and Mediterranean, but the falafels, like the chickpeas. I don't do all that. So just to kind of give you an insight, I'm not super picky, but kind of picky.
Mm-hmm.
So we look up we don't want to spend a lot of money this first night on like a night like it's late. We're just trying to eat something, but we don't want something super gross. Because we're gonna, start hiking the next day. But something a little good, treat ourselves a little bit. The number one thing that kept popping up with things to eat in Boulder was American food places. Now I told you earlier, anybody can make a damn burger. So if
Mm-hmm.
your top shit coming up on your food like best places to eat is American food, that tells me you're not known for anything. I already knew that, but you don't have like a specialization. You know, like, ooh, go here
Mm-hmm.
for BBQ or go here for wings or some shit.
Yeah, it's just American.
Burgers and wraps.
Yeah, it's pretty plain.
Yeah, again, I'm not gonna hate, but I'm also that person. It's like if I can make something better
Mm-hmm.
at home, I'm gonna do that, right?
Yeah.
So we end up, all right. So this Nashville hot chicken sandwich, everything ingredient wise seems like it's your slap. The name Nashville hot chicken alone, you would think, oh, this is
Yeah.
gonna be lit.
Yeah, spice.
Spice. Okay. I don't like pickles on my sandwiches. So I just don't get the pickle. But it doesn't say it comes with any other dressing. But when I'm thinking it doesn't need any dressing because it's Nashville hot chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And they're serving it on a bed of ranch coleslaw mix.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, right? We might be doing something. Take a bite of this sandwich. Michaela. Could not taste anything
Oh
but
no.
meat and butter bun. The bun
Like
and the chicken, that like the chicken didn't even have it was just like the meat, the chicken meat.
chicken meat and butter bun. No spice, like nothing.
None. None. Like even at bare minimum, you would think I would have tasted ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Not even.
How was the cold slaw? Was that all right?
It it was lettuce. It was just lettuce. It was just here. You know what they were doing with that sandwich? They were doing texture because the chicken was fried great.
Mm-hmm.
Coleslaw was crunchy
Ah, so it looked
and fresh.
amazing, but the flavor was
The
lacking.
it wasn't there, right? So I'm going in like fully expecting like, oh, this sounded good. Ooh, it looks great, cooked perfectly. Take a bite. The disappointment that my taste buds, like honestly, my taste buds probably felt like as a whole person of totality, I disrespected our entire situation.
Damn. What'd you
Yeah.
do? Did you eat it or did you get something else?
Oh, best believe I'm gonna eat it. You know, like we paid for it
Mm-hmm.
at that point, but
Yeah.
it's just like every bite I just kept expecting something like at least a bite of salt or pepper. And I just kept getting nothing.
Yeah. This is different, but you know the Adam Sandler movie about gambling?
Yes.
It's on Netflix. I watched
Yeah,
that
yeah,
whole
yeah.
movie expecting it to get funny, and it never did. I think that's kind of along the same lines, like just waiting, like you keep expecting something to get better.
No. Yeah. Which are we talking? Was it gems?
Yeah,
Uncut gems?
yeah. Oh, I really was waiting for it to get funny. Like I thought it was coming, but it
That's
never
like a two
did.
and a half hour movie too, isn't
I
it?
know. It ended.
Damn.
I was surprised when it ended. I was like, That was it." I was
I didn't laugh
expecting.
one time.
Yeah.
Damn. That's an yes, very accurate. It is exactly that. Like
Mhm.
just to not even taste pepper, bun and meat.
Was it a healthy place? Like, did they just
No, well, it was
yeah.
like one of those places. It was one of those places, like a minier version, and it was nice. Like they had other, like they had a little bar. They had like, I think they had like a little noodle place, and then they had like a Japanese pho place next to it. It was basically like a mini, like mall, like food market,
Mhm.
kind of like
Mhm.
a super mini version of the one we saw when we went to Wisconsin.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they were top rated. I'm saying they were like decently priced, 4.5 stars, and not just like 10 reviews. Like they had a few hundred reviews. So you're thinking, okay, lit.
Mhm.
Not at all. You know what? what should have slapped, and it didn't really slap. It was like, this is what it's supposed to taste like: the French fries and ketchup.
Yeah, that's not a good
Yeah. So
sign.
it wasn't a good sign. So I was like, okay, maybe this was just a one off. That was super disappointing.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So second day, do our hike and everything. So the second day, we ended up. Well, let me stick to the food, and then I'm gonna go back to the experience of the intrusive thoughts, and again, like what led to all of this. So the second day, after we get done hiking and everything, we end up meeting up with Emily's cousin. She suggested there's this place called BJ's Restaurant. Now, I'm a child and I'm immature. When you say BJ's Restaurant, why would you? I get that's your name, but that's probably not a name you should just like slap on a restaurant. BJ's Restaurant. Like, why don't you just use your full name?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that before.
Because it's not like anything. It's not like AJ's, DJ's,
Mhm.
PJ's, even BJ's restaurant. Like, unfortunately, you're plagued by just immaturity, and you're just not going to be able to use that. So I'm already judging by the name. And it was either between that, like her cousin's suggestion was that, or pho. Because we just had this experience. And I'm like, we're in Colorado. I don't know what your demographics are and whatnot. I know we're in a college town, but I don't know about your pho. I'm not really feeling that.
Mhm.
Guess we'll go American again. Because that was the suggestion. They got great reviews. They're in the college area. Okay. Now we get there. Beer, great. Colorado's got some great beer. I will
Mhm.
say that. Not gonna be a hater. If you're a beer drinker, hit up Colorado breweries. Great. Now I'm looking at all the stuff on the menu. It's American. I'm already somewhat annoyed because I got to order a damn burger. If, just to re-emphasize this point, Michaela, if there's anything about
Mhm.
I know you just said you went to set them up jacks
Yeah, I
for
can't cook a
years.
good burger though. Like I can't. I have to go buy one.
What do you mean
But
you can't cook up a good burger?
I don't know. Like I'd rather just go buy a good one that I know it's good. I'm not
Hmm.
I'm not a griller.
You don't have to grill for it to still be lit.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
I'm
teach you
more
how to make a good
Yeah,
burger.
I cook breakfast and soups, crock pot stuff. I'm pretty basic too, but yeah, I haven't made a good burger yet, so
I'm gonna
you should probably
we gonna
teach me
cook some
how.
shit because I don't know how to bake. Like we've talked about my baking
Mhm.
catastrophes, but your girl, I know how to cook. Ask Emily about me in these streets. She's crying eating my fried chicken. True story. I'm
All right.
out here, so burger ain't gonna be dry. Make sure it's moist,
Mhm.
cooked through. It's gonna be good. So of course, obviously, I'm judging because I'm like, if this burger isn't better than mine, what am I paying $18 for this burger for?
Mhm. What do you put on your burger? How do you make it so good?
All right, well, you got to season your meat
Mhm.
before you cook it.
Mhm.
So you season it. You're gonna get you some Lowry seasoning salt. You're gonna get some ground pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, Worcestershire sauce so it stays moist,
All right.
right? And then if you want some onions, chop up little onions in there, but I stay off of that. But those are my basic fundamental seasonings right there. Smash it up. If you want to do it on the stove top, throw it on the stove top, cover it up, let it do its thing. You throw some American cheese slices on it at the end, then you dress it up however you want to dress it.
All
Moist,
right.
good, simple, boom.
Yeah, that sounds easy.
Yeah. Because some
Oh.
people don't use, like, some people don't like the Worcestershire sauce, but then you could dry it out.
Mhm. Yeah, I didn't
Hmm.
know that.
Or they get impatient and they cook the patty too early, so they burn the top layers of
Mhm.
the patty, and then the shit's all undone in the middle.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Yeah. So anyhow, so I get a burger, right? We order a burger, bacon smokehouse burger. Now, Emily threw me off at first because she got confused because she thought she was ordering a steak for a hot second. And when they ask you how do you want your burger, she was like medium rare, and I'm just like, the fuck are you talking about? This is this is ground beef. And she was like medium well. I was like, all right, because they ask you the same thing at burger stand. Now, the first time I ever went to Burger
Mhm.
Stand years ago, and they asked me how I wanted my burger, I'm like, what do you mean? Well done. Because it's not a steak,
Mhm.
but I get it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a well done burger kind of person. Not my steak, but like ground beef is kind of a little odd to me to not be well done. So we get these burgers, bacon, even though it's well done, shouldn't be dry, and I should taste something. I should taste something.
Nothing. Just meat and bun.
Meat, meat and bun. Number two, I don't taste no season. Your burger is not seasoned. The seasoning is the bacon that is on here. Which who doesn't love bacon? But like what I can't taste. The seasoning is supposed to bring the flavor of the burger out.
Mhm.
You know what was good that you can't mess up?
The fries.
The fries and the mozzarella cheese with the marinara cheese. That was good. But again, basic.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, so this was disappointment number two. Where's the flavor? Here's a burger. Like, all right. Meal number three that solidified this entire experience. So sorry, Boulder. I tried three different things. I am 100% sure that this does not represent the entire state or town, but for the sake of my own personal opinion, it does because I had three separate experiences. So,
Mhm.
Saturday, we've done our little hike. We're like, okay, let's switch it. We don't want no American food. So, what do we want to try? It was either pasta or Mexican tacos. These were the top rated places that we looked up. So I was like, okay, let's try some tacos. We'll get some tacos. Had like over 1,000 reviews, 4.5 stars in the little college strip again. Long story short, we get there. Staff is friendly, great atmosphere. Okay, cool. Looking at the menu. So everything about these tacos says these should be pumped with flavor. Mango
Mhm.
habanero chicken, barbacoa with cojita cheese, uh, caramelized onions, good stuff, and
Mhm.
pork belly that's been marinated in all kinds of good shit and everything. Cilantro. Okay,
Nothing.
every taco tasted like nothing.
Did you
All I
have
taste
COVID?
No, no. And here's the proof on this. Because because I was trying to be I was like, maybe it's the altitude or something. No. Because our basic hotel complimentary breakfast every morning that we had slapped and could taste that fully.
Mhm.
Tasted the cheese, tasted our snack food and everything. No, it was just these establishments.
Dang.
It
Dang.
was
I don't know.
crazy.
Maybe you should, I don't know, talk to the locals and not look at the top rated restaurants.
Honestly, yeah, because I'm like, who was doing your reviews? The disappointment, it was like watching the Uncut Gem movie for you
Yeah.
multiple times and like forgetting, but still remembering what it was like the last time, but thinking this next time is going to be different.
Mhm. It's gonna get funny.
Funnily, like disappointed. That's how
Mhm.
funny it was. It was like I bit into the first one, the mango habanero chicken. There was nothing. It just tasted like corn tortilla and boiled chicken.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
The
3 separate
barbacoa,
occasions.
yeah, the barbacoa taco tasted like overdone roast beef.
Sounds pretty lame. On a taco.
The pork belly taco, it was it was just corn tortilla and cilantro. Don't even get started on cilantro. Emily was like, you couldn't even chop up the cilantro. It was like they just took it off the thing and just like,
Oh,
bow,
dang.
just threw it on the taco.
Yeah. You know, these restaurants are probably just ran by college kids that are just trying to make it by. They
I
just
think
don't
the
understand
service was
flavor.
by them, but the people running it wasn't like an older dude. He seemed like a local. He was
Mm.
nice. Like I said, I
Mhm.
don't want to name any of the names because like it was nice people and everything, but like if I'm gonna really go into, like I said, my era of Magneto and kind of go into that mode for a hot second, like I'm gonna
Mhm.
be Tupac, hit him up, like F Bad Boy, F the record label, F the staff, and as a mother effing crew. And if y'all want to be down with bolder food, I'm gonna show love to y'all too. I ain't gonna get super hateful on it, but it wasn't it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's surprising. Did you have anything that was good? Like besides
The
your
hotel,
hotel? That was it?
the mozzarella sticks, the beer,
Dang.
that was it.
Yeah, that was pretty lame. Yeah,
It
you need
was.
yourself a good birthday dinner since all that food was pretty lame.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna have to marinate on that because it was just like I just want flavor. Like I could have came up in
Mhm.
here and just whipped this shit up. How you gonna like have everything that looks like it should be something and just like doesn't taste like nothing?
Mhm. Yeah, that's wild. I feel like you had COVID for off and on COVID.
Off and on COVID, that's what it was.
Or can the altitude affect your taste buds? Is that a legit thing?
Yes, because you have to cook things differently, and that's why I was trying to be fair, but everything else I was eating had flavor.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but that's what inspired Spice Up Your Life and trying new things for our topic of the week that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Intrusive thoughts as far as what happened in SD. So I've already told you about the car we rented, kicking it. Okay. So, first day, Friday. Mind you, Emily and I had never been to this national park. One, to be completely on, when I think about I had never been to a national park before then, so I really don't even know how they operate. Of like, do you need? I know you have to buy a pass, but like,
Mhm.
there was just things weren't clear. It was kind of confusing. We wanted to go to the certain area, but you had to have tickets before to get into the
Oh.
time entry, so we had to wait to do that until
Mhm.
Saturday, which was totally fine because it actually worked out better that we had more, planning and was able to kind of get
Mhm.
our wits. So that Friday we ended up, so after a certain amount of time, the park isn't open. You have to get in line. Lucky you have to get online, and then like after 2, then people can like start coming in outside of the time like entry.
Mhm.
So we go in and I'm driving this big ass boat. I have been driven in the mountains, but I've never been the driver in the
Mhm.
mountains. I wish I had a heart monitor on the entire time that we were, because you just keep going higher, and the higher you go, the narrower shit is getting,
You should have wore your strap to keep track of that. That would have been hilarious.
bro.
You start climbing and your heart rate starts going.
Because it's like, yeah, you're there, and there's no safety guardrails. So if you
Mhm.
just like go off to the side, it's over.
Yeah, you can't think about that.
I thought about it multiple times. Intrusive thoughts were intruding heavy. I was like, there was like, it got real. It got real for me. I got overly
Mhm.
stimulated. And Emily, you know how excited she be getting.
Mhm.
So she's looking every 7 seconds. Ooh, wow. Excited. And I just got, these people behind me. I got people coming this way, and and then she's like trying to talk to me, and I'm like, I need silence right now, so I can like get us through and get us to where we need to go. Because I'm also thinking like I gotta drive back down.
Oh, dang.
Like, so
Oh,
this
that
is gonna be
sucks.
like a yeah. And so like as I'm going again, there's no safety rails, and so these intrusive thoughts of like, if a tire pops right now, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're going off. I'm just like, I'm gonna kill us. I'm gonna kill us both.
Oh, no.
It's over. Or it's like, what if like, I gotta swerve real quick
Mm-hmm.
to like miss something or whatever. You start, and then it's like you're going up, but then you're like winding also. So it's like you start going too hot a little bit, and it's like you don't think you're going as fast. And it's like, if I didn't brake when I did, we were going over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go from 30 to 70 real quick, going down the mountains.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. So I was like this the whole time. Getting to where we need, and then when we finally get up there, it was just like a okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like enjoying the sights, seeing the landscape, but also like it's windy as shit up there when you
Oh,
get.
dang.
So I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be windier as I'm going down in this big ass boat. The wind's gonna push us off the edge.
Oh, no. Were you being, like, vocal about this, or, like, was Emily just chilling in the passenger
I
seat, like,
wasn't.
enjoying
I
her
was.
time?
She was enjoying her time, but she also knew I was high stress and anxiety. I
Yeah.
wasn't verbalizing in real thought or real time what my intrusive thoughts were, but I was verbalizing, I'm not doing well right now. And I just, yeah, it was a lot,
Mhm.
but we made it. I got us through. And then it was like probably like 40 minutes, like after we did our little sightsee, we come down, and then I like all the anxiety just like came down, then I just got tired. I was like, man,
Mhm.
talk about, I was heightened for like an hour plus, thinking I was gonna kill us both.
I wonder how often accidents do happen in the mountains, like, how many people do just fall, like, fly off the edge?
We saw a semi truck, he was stalled,
Mm.
like not that higher where we were, but like en route, like
Mhm.
to the entrance. My roomie said that they had gotten stuck when they were out there like a couple years ago. Like they had their car issue, so they had to wait because there was an accident like up above, and so they had to go
Oh,
up. So I think it's
dang.
maybe not common, but it definitely happens more than you would think.
Mhm. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, it was. So that's not an experience I need to have driving myself. I would love to have the experience to go and see that again, but I don't think it would have been better even if I was in my car or a smaller car. It still would have been shitty.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if you get used to it, like, just living up there.
I
Used
mean,
to driving the
you
mountains like that.
you had people out there whipping it like they were just like ready to risk it
Yeah.
all, just like
They
not
probably just
me.
accept it, like, "Hey, if something happens, I'm just it's gonna be the end, and that's it."
I
Not
didn't want to
overthinking
accept
it.
that shit.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'd be
But
I'd be the same, just freaking out.
yeah, so but minus the drive up there, it was amazing to just see nature. Like just
Mhm.
like it's always just it just almost takes your breath away just to be like at the one point this was underwater, like all this shit like
Oh,
came
yeah,
through and
that's crazy.
created this, it's like it's not just I'm not to the extent of Emily, tree hugger,
Mhm.
naming different, like she used to put rocks in her pockets, just random rocks, and keep them. I'm like, I see a rock, I'm like, rocks. But obviously I appreciate them more with like crystals and whatnot.
Mhm.
But it's like you look at these boulders, you look at these different mountains and whatnot, and it's insane to just kind of think about nature being nature.
Yeah. Yeah, was the air really crisp being up there?
It was, and obviously, with the altitude, like you definitely notice a difference breathing wise. If you
Mhm.
work it, obviously getting yourself worked up the higher you went.
Yeah. Was it nice and
Hmm.
cool too, or was it
It was
hot?
cold. It was
Yeah.
cold the further you got up there, and it like, had to have your jacket
Mhm.
on and shit, but a little like lower than that. So the second day, because we were trying to go to this place called Sky Pond, but we have to be seasoned to try to do that. It was basically from where we're at, that was a 7 mile hike one way.
Like like you hiking, not driving?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was, yeah. So
Yeah.
we were like, once we got like 2 miles in one way and the going through terrain, climbing,
Mhm.
we were just like, yeah, we can whip that back on, like headed on back to the entrance of the park and ride. Um, but so that second place we were at, like, so that was down, like, so I was way better driving to get us to the park and ride for the second day, because the second day we actually got our time entry, we figured out our little
Mhm.
reservations and shit, so we had gotten up a little earlier so we can go to the Estes Park, and explore that a little bit before we had actually went into um, the park area that Saturday morning, which was pretty cool. The little shops and
Mhm.
knickknacks and stuff that they had around. And so then when we got into the Bear Lake Road, you drive like 5 miles to the park and ride, and then there's these shuttle buses that will drive you down to where your starting point is. Them buses, like those people, yeah, season, they just whip it around. It's like these
Yeah.
buses just getting it. So when we got further down, it was like it wasn't cool, but it was like when the sun hit you, it was hot.
Mhm.
But there was like once the clouds came in, it was a little cooler, and like obviously like the longer the day kind of went, and the further you kind of got into it, it got a little colder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, it was nice weather. Like great hiking if you're trying to get your workout in. There was some, obviously everything was like a path, but you either had like, there was kind of a light path with
Mhm.
steps, and then like some, like then you started kind of getting into more like terrain, ruggedness and whatnot was a little more difficult. And I was like, man, I have to do that for another 4 miles trying to get to where we were getting. That
Yeah.
wasn't going to be it at all. But it was nice. Now, we've talked about this before. My number one fear being eaten alive by animals. So your girl had to work through bears being out there. I get it. They're black bears. They're not grizzlies. But a bear's a bear.
Mhm. Yeah, do you know how big black bears are?
I don't
They're
know.
probably
It's a good
still pretty
question.
big, right? Even though grizzlies are grizzlies the biggest? I get my bears mixed
Or
up.
polar bears. Are polar bears bigger than grizzlies? No, I think grizzlies are bigger.
Mhm. Yeah, but black bears, I bet it'd be scary. Any type of bear running
Yeah.
across one.
When they're just like around all the time. I didn't see any,
Mhm.
but like my Emily's cousin was like, yeah, they're always in the back in the alley. Obviously, they're like all their trash cans like around. They're like specialized bear trash cans, so bears just don't be coming up in here
Mhm.
doing their shit. And then they give you like a set of like things to do if you encounter bears. Like don't get in between the cub and the mom. Duh. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's an
mean?
obvious.
It tells you not to run, back away, make loud noise, get big. Last but not
Alright.
least, if shit really hits the fan, fight back. You
Yeah.
gotta throw them hands.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you how, you just gotta fight.
No, it didn't say like aim for the nose, the
So,
body. It just said fight back.
are we supposed to punch them or choke them out?
I'm going jujitsu.
Do you think we can choke out a bear? Like, just with our human strength, do you think that's enough to choke out a bear?
I think so. Like because, well, I don't know.
Do they
Like
have
how
thick necks?
thick? Yeah, like how thick is like their hair? Because they're not very like, what if their hair shaved for whatever reason? Like if you've ever seen an unshaved bear,
Mhm.
rare. They're they're not that big.
Mhm. Yeah, that'd be funny just looking at that of shaved bears. I kinda wanna Google that.
I don't think that you would be able to like. I think a bear would like me trying to throw that like raccoon chick off from World. I think a bear would essentially like do the same if you tried to rear naked choke a bear.
Oh, that crazy girl.
Yeah, like we would be the crazy one on the bear as it was just
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What if you get on that bear's back and it knows how to back escape?
It's over for you. Honestly, if I was going to get eaten alive by an animal, a bear is the last animal I ever
Uh,
want to get eaten alive. Like
mm-hmm.
we've talked about this, right? They go asshole first, and
Yeah.
they just start eating before you're dead.
Yeah, they'll just start munching whatever they
Mhm.
can. Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Yeah. So intrusive thought, I was just like, a bear, we're gonna encounter a bear. So every time we would like be alone for a hot minute and like in between people walking in between us, I was like, oh my god. Like I felt my heart rate kind of going up. But then
Damn.
when I would like see people come around the corner, I'm like, okay, I know there's no bear because people just came around the corner. Like we're not gonna.
Uh-huh.
My fear was like we're gonna like roll up on like a mama bear or something, just like unknowingly.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of my manifestation, my intrusive thoughts, I'm going to warrant this energy for us to get like attacked. And I was like, I'm gonna have to like throw Emily on my back and like we're just gonna have to just
Start
like
sprinting.
go. Yeah.
Dang.
What do you think
What,
today, bro?
what was that going on the whole time? Like, were you thinking about these things the whole trip, or did you
It
get
was off and
some,
on.
did you have some like peaceful moments where you got to just enjoy nature and not think about bears or falling off cliffs or anything
Yeah,
bad?
I definitely had that. But like these were definitely they were mixed in. They were ad libs. They were ad libs for sure. But then like then I thought to myself like so we're like a quarter walking. I didn't see any of these signs, but I remember my uncle's like wife, now wife, she was on like she just kept repeating this to me over the summer when I was talking about somehow we were talking about my number one fear and she was like you need to watch out for mountain lions and she was talking about
Mm.
Colorado because all these like mountain lion attacks and stuff and I was just like so that came into my brain like a quarter of the way into it's like oh my god like are there mountain lions around here I was like there's nothing you can do about that
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
it,
scary too. The videos of
yeah
them like chasing people is pretty scary.
hunters it's
'Cause they
just
just like get their claws out and charge you. Have
yeah
you
so I had
seen
to like
moose attacks? Have you
no
seen moose? They're scary too. They'll
they're
like try
big
to
as fuck.
kick you and hit you with their legs. Yeah, and they're huge.
Like, why would you even want to be that close to a moose?
Yeah, I don't know. But luckily those are in Alaska and Canada. They're not, I don't think they're in the United States. Maybe
No.
are they in Colorado?
They have elk. They're
Mm,
big. Not as big as
yeah.
a moose, but yeah, them elk, they just run the shit up there.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah,
just
they're
like
huge.
running in the middle of the street, just like looking at people's cars, like, what? This is my street. Do
Mm-hmm.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get tall, like I think 10 feet tall, maybe 8 to 10.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Outside of my intrusive thoughts and this wild shit that was going on, I had a great time. I was able to decompress in nature, get some solid new experiences, reflect. 100% would do it again. I would have
Yeah.
bear spray though next time, just
Yeah.
for peace of mind.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have it in the first place.
Well, it was like, well, there we weren't by a store. We didn't have it. And it's like, okay, well, if something happens, just gonna get big. You
Start flexing. You don't want this bear.
you don't want the smoke. Smoky. Speaking of Smokey, so they out here, they just like snatched Smokey the Bear's image and killed Smokey off. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
That's why they don't have any brown bears out there. They killed them off
Most
because they were going to
smoky.
be intrusive.
Mm. I didn't
But
in
still,
Colorado.
yeah.
I didn't
Y'all
know that.
use Smokey to prevent forest fires, but Smokey couldn't even stay in the game.
Dang. But now they got black bears though.
Yeah, but they're
The
not.
black bears stayed, but the brown bears left.
Well, they killed the brown bears.
Hmm.
Yeah, they killed them off in that area.
Yeah, that's not good. Colorado.
I know, right? Retire Smokey then. Yeah. Did you ever watch Yogi the Bear? Was that too early for you, or too early for you?
I've s-
Too,
I don't know, I've seen it before, like the movie. Right, they made a
I've never
movie.
seen.
Yeah, they made a
Was it a live
movie.
action movie?
I think so. But
Weird.
they have a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
That's originally a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember it. I didn't watch it, but I remember it.
Dang, Yogi Bear out here. Mm. So, outside of the food, Colorado was great. I'll go back. Road trip was great. Overall, solid. Really happy I got to do it.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. It looked cool. Like with all your pictures look pretty sweet.
Yeah. Have you been out that way before or no?
Yeah, I haven't visited that park, but I've been to Boulder and I've been through Denver. I've
Okay.
been like deeper into Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Are you a camper like that or like a hiker or anything?
I like hiking. I'm not a camper.
I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
you
like
on
we
that.
stay with friends or we stay at a hotel.
I've done it a few times, but again, intrusive thoughts. I'm like, if a bear just came up in here and just mauled, it's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
Can't go out the tent and go to the bathroom freely because just like, what's going to get me?
Listening to all the little noises.
That part. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was it
But
quiet up in the mountains?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
heard right.
nice.
You heard the birds and stuff, but yeah, for the main part, it was pretty
Mhm.
quiet,
Yeah, that'd
and
be
that's what you
sweet.
want it to be. So you can get
Yeah.
that internal reflection going on. Connect with nature. Touch
Mhm.
some rocks. Hug a tree.
Did you hug any trees?
I did not hug a tree. Emily hugged her because she's a tree hugger.
Yeah.
She hugs trees, and she wanted me to hug a tree. But no, I touched rocks, laid my hands, and felt that.
Nice. The
I
power of
actually
the
did touch a
mountains.
tree. She made me touch a tree, so I did touch a tree.
That's good.
So yeah, we out here. That was overall solid trip. Happy I got to do it. Um, so with that said, let's segue on. You ready?
Mhm.
Content wise. So, Michaela, since we met last week, you got some updates for us comp wise. What's going on in your world?
I'm, well, I mean, maybe. I'm doing pans in November, and then I might have a match for this other card that we just learned about. Because Julian sent this to me. Orbit Submission Series. It's in Iowa, and they're having their seventh card in December. So I might possibly be on that. It's not
That'd be
confirmed
cool.
yet.
So
Yeah,
you said you confirmed, but the opponent has
yeah,
not yet.
yeah. And I
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard anything since then. So we'll see. We'll see what comes up. But that would be
Yeah,
cool to get on. Just something different. Just a new card and a new area too. And I think they're promoting like Midwest grapplers. So that's just cool. Being a part
yeah.
of
Get your
other
name
things.
in there,
Hmm.
and you're getting at least like a 2 month notice instead of a 2 week,
Yeah,
week and a half.
yeah. That is nice. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
in Iowa, so I think it'll be like a 5-hour drive. So it'll be a little ways, but I think it'll be worth it. And yeah, they're giving us the
Absolutely.
details 2 months ahead of time, so that's nice to plan with.
Michaela's like, plan two
Yeah,
months in advance.
I need
Hell
that.
yeah. I'm here for it. So pans wise, do you have anybody else sign up in your division for pans?
Just I haven't checked recently, but just two other girls so far.
Yeah.
Which is
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. The weight division below me has 18 signed up.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I move up, and now
Yeah.
this division's a lot smaller than the previous one I was in,
So
which I
which
don't get why it's so big. I don't get why there's so many.
what was that division again?
It stops at 147,
Mm.
so it's
Weird.
probably 140, 147-ish.
How big did you do pans last year?
No, no, I just did
Oh.
Worlds last year.
I'd be curious what it looked like last year.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Hmm.
was pretty surprised there's only 3 girls in my bracket for the 158 division.
Yeah. Well, especially adult too.
Yeah, an adult blue belt, you'd think there'd be a lot more. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But like
Hmm.
I don't want to drop weight either. I don't want to go all the way down to 147 again. So I don't
No.
necessarily want, like, wish it was easier for me because I would do that division instead just because it's so much bigger, but I'm not trying to be skinny, skinny
No,
tall.
you like no, you like having like you feel better when you're fuller, like we talked about. Like you
Mm,
just overall like you're in your element when you're at the weight that you're in.
yeah, yeah.
And it's getting older, right? You like your body is just different too as you continue to age. Like your body
Hmm.
will just hold weight differently.
I'm just feeling stiffer. I'm not. That's about it. I just wake up a little stiff. I'm like,
You're like,
oh. Hmm.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 147, that'd be way too.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I decided, I haven't put it off the board, but I decided I think most of my focus is actually going to be Nogi Worlds for Vegas
Nice.
because planning wise, right? It's just like at that point,
Mhm.
as of a couple or a week and a half ago, it was still not looking like anybody might have been. I would have either had to drop to adult for my same weight class, which is what I wasn't trying to do at Brown, or I'd have to move up in weight than and not move up two weight classes. It'd
Mm.
either be have one person at the weight above or have two other women who were in the ultra heavy, like so plus I'm like, I don't even like don't
Dang.
know, right? Don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Or I could have dropped down to masters one again, but heavier.
Hmm.
So thumbs up again. It wasn't a thumbs up. So I did the thumbs down on on
Hmm.
pans. Because I'm like, okay, me trying to let me at this point it was two and a half or so weeks away. Trying to plan, yeah, I could have rode with y'all, but then trying to plan stay, let me get
Hmm.
registration. My registration for IBJJF actually expires that weekend, so I would have to
Oh,
renew it. So,
yeah.
it was just a little bit too much. So I'm like, I'm just gonna like 90% now, just lean more towards No Gi Worlds. Still gives me 2 months. I can look, see who signed up,
Hmm.
and just kind of plan a little better with that one. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's good though. It'll give you more time to just work on things and focus on what you need to focus on.
yeah, I would have rather have gone to Pans just because cheaper, and I haven't
Mm.
gone to Pans. Did No Gi Worlds last year, and it just wasn't going to be worth my buck.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mm-hmm. But I'm excited for Pans coming up for you, Natasha.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Natasha, let's go.
All right. Let's see. Because you've only gone against her one time, right?
Twice, once in gi and once in no gi.
Okay, but the one at the one competition at Worlds.
Yeah, at
Mm-hmm.
Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll meet again.
We'll meet
Yeah,
again.
it'll be
I'm
fun.
excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Like I think we're almost the same height, so it's kind of fun. And she's
She
kind
does
of
look
long.
taller.
Yeah. And she's longer like I am too, so it's just kind of an even matchup.
Yeah, and she's mainly like guard player.
Mhm. Yeah, she likes to jump guard, she likes to pull guard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's what she'll do from the start. She'll just try to pull guard.
Yeah, got to pull guard on you.
I know.
Hey, your
Yeah.
passing, your pressure and balance and stuff is noticeably getting better, and just it's felt different over the last like week. I think with like your intention on your
Mhm.
posture and where you're distributing your weight when you're up.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been working on it. Ever since you told me, I was just like leaning over and all. Like I just needed to see or hear that because I wasn't seeing it when I was
Hmm.
moving. So that was nice. I've definitely been working on that, trying to stay lower, sink my
Yeah.
hips lower instead of like leaning forward.
So you just don't know, right? It's like you
Mhm.
can, like, unless I'm seeing myself or like somebody points, you might be able to feel it, but you don't feel it and see it at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is nice recording our rollings too because I'm noticing stuff. Like I'm noticing mistakes I'm making. I'm like, oh, I look like a blue ball.
I look like where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it like same. Like I like that because you don't know. It's like I wasn't now. on top of what we've been working on over the last month, I was like, now I have to really start trying to be a little more intentional with getting off of my lower back. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying to be on my back in half guard or whatever, but I naturally get put there,
Yeah.
which then puts me in danger versus like being more in a seated position where I want to be, or being more on my hip to be more active
Mm-hmm.
like I want to be with my hooks and stuff. So that's definitely what I've caught on for my mistakes
Yeah.
in the video.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I I hate dealing with your half guard and then dealing with your butterfly guard too. Like, god damn it, it's a nonstop thing.
Can't stop. But see, look,
I mean, it's
like,
good. Like, that's
hmm
awesome. You're doing awesome. It's
but
just
the
a
thing of it
struggle for
is,
me to learn how to pass that.
but it's good because that struggle, that extra struggle, because I'm working. You're making me work. It's not like I'm really having to like throw like the kitchen sink and trying to like keep you from passing my guard. So if that's that difficult for me, and
Mhm.
you're just getting better and past me and stuff, Natasha and all these other guard pullers will watch out.
Mhm. Yeah, and you have like super fast feet too. So I don't imagine everybody's as quick as you are.
Little glue pads. Yeah. They're my second pair of hands.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm again excited for our little investments to see where we're at in the next even
Mhm.
3 to 4 months with all this
Oh
shit.
yeah. That's so crazy. Like the speed, just the progression speed we're making right now. Like we're gonna 5 months from now it's gonna look wild.
Transformative energy.
Mhm.
We're Everybody is out here. We felt this energy. We're actively making these changes. Again, shout out to our listeners. Thank you
Yeah.
for giving us continuing to listen to us on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Give
Appreciation.
shout outs. And again, if y'all have some names that you want to be, called, let Michaela and I know. If you have some ideas, throw them out there.
What do we got? Conscious walkers and
And the
the Joker.
chokers.
The Jokers.
your dark and light side.
Mhm. Yeah, you could choose what you want.
That's right.
And if those aren't good, we'll come up with something else. Some better ones.
Trial and error. That's right. And our trend, right? And so just imagine we're on episode 13 now. Look from where we started, where we're going, or where we're at, where we're continuing to go. It'll be
Mhm.
fun. Michaela's editing is out here getting better on the videos. I see you on a
Yeah.
weekly basis, stepping that game up. I love seeing it.
Yeah. And you too, like with the podcast edits and everything. You gotta teach me how to do all that.
We out here. I'm telling you, I have to I'm gonna have to like I said, I'm gonna have to record myself because the shit's confusing.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm bad with technology, so you're gonna have to explain it real well,
Break it down.
or I'll have to
But see,
slow down the video.
hey, either way, again, investments, deposits, we're doing the damn thing. We're elevating, just getting better in all areas, and it's just been major transitions. We have surprise, Michaela's. We have
Mhm.
surprises, but we're
We
not gonna
can't tell
say
you
it
yet.
because
We
we
don't
had
know
to eat that shit.
if Yeah, there's a
Just found out.
surprise. Yeah, you can go ahead.
I'm saying we just found out. I just found out today, anyways, because I just got back. I don't know if y'all found out before, but exciting surprise.
Mhm. Yeah, I found out Thursday because I showed up Thursday. So I got to hear the
Dang,
news. Yeah.
I know I missed so how come nobody messaged me?
I didn't it wasn't my secret to tell, so I didn't wanna
Dang, did Heidi say you couldn't say anything until I came
No,
back? No.
no, but it's not my news though. I mean, and it wasn't a definite yes then either, so I didn't.
All right, that's fair. All right, you could be off the hook. But it's great news. So when it's not a surprise or when everything's like confirmed and it's all out there, we will also talk about it on our platform. But big transition.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have to ask if we can tell everybody next
We
week.
will. We will. Well, maybe when Heidi is on the pod,
I know. Is she going to be?
well, I have to confirm. I'm gonna meet with her tomorrow and be like, hey, since X, Y, and Z has just happened, are you still down to be on our pod next week? Because next week would be the week before Pans.
Mm. All right. Well, hopefully we can get her on. Our goat.
Yeah, our GOAT is happening. So super exciting news for that with surprise. And then I was happy to see shout out to Julian.
Yeah,
If
same
he's giving
here.
us a listen, I'm glad he popped in last week and we were able to, get our little salt and pettiness out, but he's still fam regardless of his transition. I'm happy for him in his transition. Figured that whole thing out. I was happy he came back and we could be a family and give him shit and kind of lighten up the mood
Yeah.
and no hate over
Mm-hmm.
here. But hey, gonna give you a little bit of shit as family because we love you. And I'm gonna miss you and I hope to see you a little more. But
Mm-hmm.
super happy for him and his transition and hopefully that all works out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good surprise seeing Julian. Like, not expecting it either. It's like, hey.
Yeah, yeah. So another transition. No, we've got other transitions, life transitions and shit happening. I'll let you disclose your other transitioning news whenever you're ready and maybe things are official in your world too that we were just
Mm-hmm.
talking about before the pod. So
Yeah, maybe next week.
maybe next week we'll see where that's
Yeah.
going. So
Yeah, we got a lot going on. That's kind of crazy. And you're right, it's not just us, it's everything around us. Damn, we are in a transition period.
it's wild.
That is wild.
So all that stuff is super exciting. Um, we'll see what happens with the competitions and stuff coming up. I'll keep you posted on what's going on with me. Michaela will as well as what's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Recap. I didn't get to see, but I did get to see some updates. Shout out to our other teammate Beth. Congrats on
Yeah.
you getting back on the mats and get back on in the competition world and showing up, showing out, getting the double silver. Love to see it.
Yeah,
And
she
I
looked
think that was
aggressive.
sub spectrum. That's always down to get down.
Yeah, no, yeah, she looked awesome.
And that was
Congrats,
sub
Beth.
spectrum, wasn't it?
No, that was in
Or
Kansas City.
oh, okay, yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So, yep. Congrats to you, Beth. That's awesome. Happy to see it. Um. All right. UFC MMA news, real quick. PFL is happening this weekend. We got Francis Ngannou. I actually didn't realize this is his PFL debut.
Nice. Oh, I didn't
He
know
signed
that.
with PFL like 2 years
Yeah.
ago, right? And but then he had the boxing and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
didn't
he's
even
coming
realize
back
that.
to MMA. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know this Renan Ferreira or Freire.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know if he's undefeated, but big as hell. They're both big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be when is that? Is that this weekend?
That's this weekend. Yep.
Nice. That'll be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what's going on with that. Obviously, Kayla Harrison had came from PFL, and just kind of getting right into it, segueing into our recap from the Alex Pereira Roundtree fight. We had our predictions, and I was funny when I listened to last week's pod, and we were talking about Juliana Pena and Raquel
Mm-hmm.
Pennington. It was exactly what we predicted. So
Damn.
I'll let you start on that of thoughts.
It was just a sad, boring fight. Exactly what we said last week. Like I almost don't remember the fight because that much did not happen.
It was bad. It was really bad. Uh, Honestly, the entire card wasn't good outside
Yeah,
of the last fight.
yeah, it was a pretty boring card. Yeah, and starting off with Kayla Harrison's fight. Like, what was that? We were expecting so much more from her.
We're expecting a mauling.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't see exactly what she said I don't know if she had an infection or what. Outside of
Mm-hmm.
that, like whether you did or didn't, I'm just not a fan of fighters saying stuff like after the fact or whatever.
Yeah.
If you had like, what if you went out and had a really great performance? Okay, maybe you say like, I still don't want to hear it. You showed up how
Mm-hmm.
you showed up. You signed on the contract. It is what it is. I wasn't impressed. She needs to figure out some defense because Catlin pieced her up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah, and Callan's so long, too. You could tell,
Yeah,
like, Kayla was struggling. Yeah,
yeah.
what was,
When Kayla was coming in, she got her with that elbow.
what was going on with Kayla? Like, what was her health issues that she mentioned?
I mean, if I look at it, let's see if I can look it up. Because she said something about, I don't know if she was dehydrated.
Yeah, she looked, she looked rough. I mean, just
Yeah.
dropping that much weight, I can't imagine how tough that is on your body.
Let's see. So she says she had a serious health scare before a fight with Vieira. Continues to raise questions about how well suited she is for the division.
Mm,
Quote, I don't really like to make excuses. I had to go to the hospital last week. There was blood in my urine. Yeah, so she said she was peeing blood before UFC 307. And I mean, is that as a result of her weight cut?
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It
She
sounds like
said,
she's trying to move up.
yeah. After 12 weeks of eating like air and prayers, no, we're going to find a way to fight come hell or high waters, or her quote. Everything's on the line. So she said I ate too much. I think after I weighed in, I was just so hungry. I think I overdid it. I felt kind of sick on Saturday because I ate too much. I need to
Mm,
do better job of staying disciplined even after I weigh in. I need to follow the game plan. There's a lot of stuff I can improve on. So
dang.
weight issue sounds
Mm,
like could be some other stuff. But like we talked about, she's huge.
yeah, she's huge. I was seeing articles about like comparing her and Sean Strickland, like their arm size. Poor Sean's arm is so tiny. And they both fight at 135, which is insane.
Wait, I know. Wait, no. Well, Strickland. Are you
No,
Sean
not
Strickland?
Sean. No,
I was like, wait.
what's the dude that dyes his hair?
Oh, Sean
Oh,
O'Malley.
yeah, Sean O'Malley, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, not
yeah.
Strickland. Yeah,
They,
Sean
they,
O'Malley.
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But she can't move up because they don't have a 145
Mm,
division.
yeah, that sucks. Like why don't they they're probably not going to grow it, but why not?
They tried, and then they kind of shot themselves in the foot with the whole site because they built the 145 division for Cyborg.
Mhm.
Then there was the controversy of that. Jermaine Duramadine, she held it for all of like one fight, and then when they tried to bring in Cyborg for the 145, GDR would call. She was like, I don't want to fight Cyborg. She's been accused of PEDs, and then she got quickly
Mhm.
stripped. So then Cyborg, I think, fought Holly Holm for the undisputed 145 title. But then you only had like those three, and then Amanda moved up.
Mhm.
And so that's when Amanda knocked out Cyborg. But
I
then it was
got
like,
you. Yeah.
there's, you weren't, there was no division to build around.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I just wonder where all our fighters are at. Like, come on.
Well, we kind of talked about it earlier of just like the weight divisions with women. I'm curious if they had more weight divisions or certain weight divisions, what that outcome would more so be. Because personally, 130 fighting at 135, 145 seems a little like why don't you have like a 155 division or 150
Mhm.
division for women? Like why are
Yeah.
those the only two, or not the only two, but below that
Mhm.
is 125 and 115.
Yeah.
it's just tiny. They don't
Yeah,
promote.
it doesn't make sense.
No, they don't promote muscular, bigger women.
Mhm. Yeah, that's weird that they do that. Because, like, no offense to the smaller girls, but watching a 115 fight, like, it's just they're so tiny.
They are.
And I don't know. I think a 155 would be way more exciting than a 115.
Well,
Just like the
okay.
athleticism involved and the strength.
In fairness, I think Wei Li is the 115 champ.
Oh, is she really?
I think
Dang,
yeah,
those
because
girls are
Valentina's
built at
125.
115. That's
They are.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
she's stacked up and yoked up.
Damn, they're probably like what, 5'1",
Yeah.
5'2"?
Tiny.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to
But
tell how small they are, like because they're all pretty strong. It's hard to, and you can't really tell their height compared to the cage. So they look like jacked women, but but they're only like 5 foot tall.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't maybe if they had like heavier divisions, you'd see more, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
let Kayla, that performance was not it. I
No.
didn't I didn't see anything impressive. And then as you said, like I don't remember anything. There was nothing to remember about the Juliana and Raquel fight outside of I don't think Juliana won. And Raquel was getting all upset, but I'm like, girl, the only one you should be
Mhm.
upset about is yourself because you didn't make it decisive enough to anybody wanting to rewatch that fight to make claim. Like nobody was going to be that upset that you lost that fight because you didn't want to win.
Yeah, and
If I'm
Raquel
looking
came
at
in.
it
She came in soft too.
real soft, oh my
Like,
gosh.
how can you be a professional athlete on the UFC, like in the UFC, and you're not as fit as you can be? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and we're not body shaming. We're calling
No.
like when you're looking like when we talk about as athletes as grapplers, fighters, and whatnot. When you look at everybody has different body types. When you look at somebody's body type, you can tell when their training was shit because of
Mhm.
how they came in. Like you're soft in certain areas. Like that tells me either you had a poor training camp or
Mhm.
you weren't eating what you were supposed to be eating to keep shit locked in. Either way, you didn't come in the shape you should have been coming in at this level.
Yeah. To be the best of the best, like in the
Yeah,
UFC. That's wild.
jiggling around.
Mhm.
And the sad thing is, so this wasn't uncut gems. We were waiting to be surprised. That fight went exactly as we thought it was going to go.
Mhm.
And this was a compliment to Michaela. Like we were watching it, Emily, my dad was over here, and watching this fight, it was just like these are the best women in the world. These are supposed to be the best representation. It's a title fight of the best women in the world. Michaela, with your experience, your one fight that you have,
That one.
I would put money on this on DraftKings, FanDuel. I believe that you would have been competitive in that title fight against either one of them.
See, that's wild. I don't think that, but watching their fight, I kind of thought that.
I'm just saying. We can play with it even if it's not 100% reality
Mhm.
based off of what I saw. And yeah, maybe you still lose. I didn't say win. I said
Yeah.
I think that you could have been competitive based off of what I saw them bring into the
Oh,
octagon.
yeah. There wasn't any action at all. I at least would have, like, wrapped up and took someone to the ground and tried something. But yeah, there wasn't.
You were gonna make somebody fight you. That would have been
Oh,
the
yeah.
difference.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, where's the aggression at in the UFC? The the females division in the UFC, I don't know. And
Like you're
Kayla
not trying to
too.
finish
Kayla
nobody.
Kayla didn't come off aggressive either. Wild.
Just trying to win. Just trying to
Mhm.
get a W, right? Like you didn't come to fight.
Hmm.
I get there's a lot riding on it. Like, let me, preface and I'm not a fighter, like not a professional fighter. I'm not getting paid, getting the salary. So there's a lot of things that go into the decision making you lose a fight, you might not get a title shot. But as we just said, there's not a lot of women in the pool anyway. So
Mhm.
you might as well go for broke. Because a woman, regardless of her losing streak, like where how many of them there are in comparison to like the men's lightweight division and whatnot, they
Mhm.
have an exciting fight and people want to see them. You're gonna jump the line over somebody that has a winning streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that shit pissed me off watching that fight, honestly. Like
Yeah.
like this is what you want people to pay for?
Mhm.
You coming out and just throwing like they were just trying to touch each other. I'm
Yeah.
trying to hurt you when I throw something.
Mhm. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Right? Like no even switch up on the combos.
Yeah, it was just 1-2s and Juliana's stance when she was, like, hiding behind his shoulder the whole time. Just odd, like, why are you fighting like that? And why are you talking mad shit after your
Oh my
fight?
god. What'd we say? I want the confidence that Juliana has.
Mhm.
Cause goddamn.
Oh, yeah. No, she thinks she's the best of the best right now.
You can't tell her nothing. She just
Mhm.
3-2'd, like won 3 out of 2 unanimous decision. Or maybe I think it was a split
Yeah, I don't remember.
over Raquel over here. And so she wins that nobody thought she won, but I'm not gonna argue because Raquel, you didn't I didn't care anyway.
Mhm.
And what does Juliana say? What did I say? What did I say?
I don't know.
Amanda ain't gonna want to stay in the shadows, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
homegirl's gonna lose, and Juliana set that shit up for Amanda to also. Amanda didn't necessarily say anything about Juliana, but she is entertaining about coming back. But Juliana gets on the mic and doesn't mention Kayla at all, at all. You would just talk shit, mad shit on this woman at the press
Mhm.
conference 2 days ago. Amanda
Yeah.
Nunez has been retired and with new baby for like a year and a half, 2 years now.
Mhm.
And Juliana had the nerve to say the fans want to see her fight Amanda Nunez. I don't want to see you fight, period.
No, I would watch that fight though, because she would shut her up if they did fight again.
She didn't shut her up when she beat her and then went into retirement.
Yeah, I guess you're right. How but Juliana's talking so much shit now, you'd think she would. Amanda would come out here and just do her thing.
It's just like, why even risk it? Because at that point, then you're just
Mhm.
giving her more shit to talk because she's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got Amanda to come out of retirement.
Yeah, and she said that she said that Amanda's doing roids, that she was saying that she looks big and that she's doing roids, and that's why she doesn't wanna come back to the UFC, but she just made that up. Like, no way. Amanda just looks
Juliana.
fit. It's like, "Goddamn, Juliana, just talking shit, just coming up with whatever."
I can't stand the woman.
I wonder I bet we could troll her. I bet we could start talking shit to Juliana.
Hashtag Juliana Pena sucks. Hashtag
Fight me.
never watch a Ju. Hashtag fight me. That's right. We're gonna get Michaela on the UFC title fight,
Like it's
0-0
Juliana.
record. Bro, you come in and win. Imagine the craziness if you came in.
That'd be wild. A 1-0 amateur fighter. Like, come on.
I got faith. I'm betting the house. I'm betting the
Yeah.
house on you.
Oh, you got too much faith in me,
Not
but I
I could give you
appreciate it.
more. Yeah. That's just crazy to me, but I guess I was just like, you can't be mad at her because she's gonna call your shot, but I'm gonna be mad.
Mhm.
I don't want to see it. Amanda, don't even entertain it because if you come out of retirement to not fight Kayla,
Mhm. To fight Juliana.
girl, bye.
Yeah.
Because what should happen is Juliana should be fighting Kayla for the title, and then whoever, if Amanda does want to come back, then Amanda fights the winner of that. So
Mhm.
if Juliana wins, you're gonna put more motivation and steam towards you, because now you're coming off of a title defense, and even though you got the brakes beat off of you, now you give more incentive for people to want to see a trilogy fight at that point. Not now,
Mhm.
but then also Amanda, if you come out and maybe you fight one fight before that, or just in general maybe you don't fight, but regardless, Juliana and Kayla need to take one of each other out. The storyline's already there.
Mhm. Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And who knows, like, just based off of Kayla's last performance, who knows what that fight's gonna look like too. Like I don't know, like I think Kayla would beat her, but
I
who
think
knows?
she gets caught coming in. If she doesn't clean up what she cleans up, and Ketlin got her
Mhm.
like she did,
That's true.
Amanda's just gonna do worse.
Mhm. Yeah, but what about Juliana? Juliana versus Kayla? You think Juliana has anything on her?
No, no, I don't. I think it's gonna be a mauling,
Yeah, ground and pound.
a boring mauling.
I bet it'd be quick. I bet if they fight, it's over in the first round.
I would hope. Kayla, get your weight situation figured out.
Yeah, you don't need to be 170 pounds.
No, you don't. You don't need to be that big. Like cheese and rice.
Yeah, that's insane. Being like, hey, I want to get bigger.
No, no. Uh,
Like to
so
a point, yeah, but
but not to that. Not to
mm,
that. Well, we'll see how that develops, but we're going to stay talking shit throughout that duration. All right. So, since we're on this late night nightcap, for the sake of time,
hmm
let's just get to topic and Zen talk. How are you feeling about that?
yeah, that works. I'm getting a little sleepy, so yeah,
Yeah, so let's while we got
speed it
got our
up.
in, yeah, let's get the home stretch out here. So, like I said, coming from Colorado where they don't know how to spike ground pepper is considered a ghost pepper out there. Uh, so for topic of the week, spicing things up and trying new things. So, um, I mean, this can be related to so many different things, but obviously, like kind of sticking to jujitsu, sticking to MMA, and
hmm
we're talking like Michaela and I were talking a little while ago of like we really put foot to ass, and even though if maybe it wasn't necessarily new to us, but it was a new way of adding on to our foundation and just being okay with just trying new shit that maybe you haven't even entertained before.
hmm Yeah, like reverse De La Hiva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And getting the why we talk get through the frustration of the grind, because when you try new shit,
Yeah.
you're not good at it.
hmm Yeah, that is frustrating. And then being stuck in the same spot over and over and over again.
Ugh. Are you somebody who
Uh,
likes are you a person that's like you don't have an issue trying new things, or do you get kind of stuck in like narrow vision?
mm, I do like routine, like I do get stuck kind of, I guess, narrow vision. But like I don't know, like I like switching it up a little bit, but for the most part I like structure. But I think it's because I'm not a structured person.
Yeah. I mean, I guess same. It's like I
Mhm.
need structure, but I'm also like I'm an unstructured structured person.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. Like yeah, like I don't want to be too boxed in or rigid. Like that feels claustrophobic to me, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna get irritable. But I also I don't need no kind of barriers. Like I don't need to feel like I'm driving in the mountains with no fucking side railings. Like the false premise of just a tiny railing along that line would have done me wonders.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I like routine, I like waking up at well, I don't do this because I'm not structured, but I like when I do get in routine and I wake up at the same time, like, I kinda eat the same things, like, I just have a nice rhythm that I go through, and I like doing that daily.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Are there it's funny, like, so you have your routine, and so when you think about we're talking about implementing new stuff with jujitsu, I would assume,
Mhm.
like, implementing new stuff with their striking and technique and stuff with MMA. I know that when it comes to drilling, sometimes they'll like we'll drill a move and I'm just like, I'll never do this move.
Mhm.
I'm just not gonna drill this. There might be one where I'm like, maybe I could use it right, but I don't want to do something new. I know sometimes I can struggle with that at times where I'm like, I in my mind, I'm like, I wouldn't use this in my game.
Mhm.
But the point of it is it's like, even if I don't use it in my game to learn the newness of it and engage in it, is so I know how it operates. So I know what that
Mhm.
looks like. So if it's done to me, like I know what to do. But if I maybe engage in something new, even though I'm like super hesitant at first, I might like it. Like who knows?
Mhm. Yeah. I do like just out testing things out before trying new things too. Like thinking about it or kind of just sitting on it for a while before actually jumping into something new.
Hmm.
But I feel like in jujitsu, I'm still learning a bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of new stuff. So I'm not
Yeah.
that doesn't bother me. Like I think it's cool. Just it's hard to remember. There's so many things. It's hard to keep track of it all. But I do like learning new moves and new ways to move. I think it's fun. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
against learning in jujitsu. Like I'm not against new things in jujitsu, but like in life, I feel like I'm kind of hesitant towards something like big new changes.
Hmm. And I think, like we were just kind of talking about is like your transition and this more confident you get, kind of setting a little more assertive steps places. I think you are kind of getting more open to trying getting yourself out of that comfort zone of like it's still you, right? Still foundationally you, but
Mhm.
being able to kind of push it a little more.
Mhm. Yeah, my memory's working a little better. Like I'm getting in spots and I'm like, "Oh, I remember. We went over this last week," you know?
Like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah. So that's always fun. And especially if you don't do the move and then it just happened. Like you remember it and it works. It's like, "Oh, that's kind of wild."
Yeah, well, because it's also like it's a matter of like once I've done it and I've seen it one time, then I'm more prone.
Mhm.
It's like in the file. It's in the file cabinet
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. It's hard though, because there's so much to file. Like it's hard to I don't know, but that's
Ongoing.
why yeah, but that's why you got the stuff you like and the stuff that you're naturally drawn to. But I think in the learning stage, it's still like navigating all that's a lot. Like figuring out what you want to do or what you like doing versus like what, I don't know, just what your body can do better. And
Hmm.
I don't know,
Yeah,
it's a
well, like
lot.
how do you it is and how do you bring it all together like we've talked about before of like I'm not going to be you and you're not going to
Mm-hmm.
be me and our body types are different. We just move differently. So even if I try something new, it might not be, I like it. It might not
Mm-hmm.
be the best for my game, but I still need to like try it and do something new and maybe modify it or do it I can maybe do it in my way to that it does spice up my game and I can add a little more seasoning over here or throw a little more marinade over here. Or maybe I'm like, you know what, that move just does not work for my game, body type, or anything, and I know why it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Yeah. I'm not, I don't understand why things don't work for me yet. You know? Like I'm just not, I'm not there yet. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna try everything.
But that's a fun place to be
Mhm.
because I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like that stuff is like I'm still figuring out. I'm still learning and still understanding. I mean, you could say this is an early on thing, but if I'm not watching myself every week, like the videos or people aren't pointing things out, and I maybe have an inkling like I'm just not picking up on things. So I would say even
Mhm.
me realizing like I need to be more on my ass cheeks and my hip instead of like on my lower back and like the half guard and butterfly and stuff. It's like I didn't feel that or see it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
knowing like, okay, this is why I'm not getting in certain positions, or this is why I'm not at this particular angle I want to be at because it started here.
Mhm. Yeah, dang. Yeah, we need to take more video then, just to watch ourselves and be able to
Hmm.
critique like that. 'Cause that's good
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, no, like seeing your angles and realizing, hey, I'm not there. Like that's good.
Right, exactly. And then super excited to have our goat back on the mat so you can really,
Yeah.
right, so you can really feel what that shit is like, even her not being fully where she, like
Mhm.
obviously like just getting back into it, but rolling with Heidi last, what was it, last week or the week before last? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Like I got to roll with her for the first time in a while, and it's just like I didn't forget, but thank you for reminding me
Mhm.
just how technical and tight and just
Yeah.
amazing everything is. And it's because it's just everything is just so sharp because she's thought about stuff like that. She's seen like just for
Mhm.
years, like she knows this is why this doesn't work this way. This is why I need to do this. This is what was getting in my way and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love that she's coming back.
Hmm. Yeah. So try shit. Put yourself and like don't hurt yourself or anything like that. But you're like, oh, like I'm not a person that inverts or anything. Like don't fold
Mhm.
yourself up for the sake of folding
Yeah.
yourself up, but like if there's a way for you to get into maybe a certain position, or even like not even like just to learn it, just look at it, like just sit and watch other people doing it, because that's a form of learning something new. And because you're, like I said, you're
Mhm.
learning what it's looking, so you can like help your teammates out if they're working on certain things like I might not be able to do, but I know what they're trying to do, so I can try to maybe kind of give them a little more resistance in this particular sequence of the
Mhm.
position or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. We should ask our teammates, like, what are things that you're working on? Like, that'd be cool to know that individually with everybody. So if you,
Yeah.
when you were to roll with them, then you'd kind of you would know what they would want.
Hmm.
Kind of like work with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We should do
Hmm.
that. Just ask people
Noted.
what's up.
I usually try, like if there's something like, hey, is there like usually it's like if there's something like, are you sore somewhere or whatever, be like, are
Mhm.
you working on, do you want to stand up or do you want me to be in a certain position? I think some
Yeah.
people just kind of get so set and like I just want to roll that sometimes they're just like
Mhm.
not thinking about that.
Yeah. And I mean, I do that too. Like, I
Hmm.
blank when people ask me what I'm working on. Like, my mind goes blank because I don't, I'm working on a lot of stuff.
Same.
Like sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. I'm ready to roll.
Don't ask me questions. I'm just here to roll.
Mhm.
Yeah. Same. Same. But this is just an also an emphasis in life too. Don't be afraid to try some new shit.
Yeah.
Challenge yourself. Like think about going into I'm not a New Year's resolution type person. I'm a stay ready, you don't have to get ready kind of shit. It's not let
Mhm.
me do this one year. There can be maybe some more intention in certain areas, but it's just like the betterment. So maybe you go into 2025 thinking like, okay, this is what I did 2024. In what ways do I want to continue like stretching out that tolerance and trying something new? Yo,
Oh.
yo, wow. So for the listeners who aren't going to watch this, we just had an explosion of fun on my screen that just happened. And I don't know how I just did that.
Yeah.
Like, expanding. I don't know if I
Yeah,
can
I don't know.
reenact that.
That was
Damn,
pretty
that
cool.
was crazy. That just took me back. Sorry, that just was like, whoa, what just went to another dimension there for a second. Damn. But spice up things. Okay, try new
Mhm.
shit. Build your tolerance. Expand your rubber band.
Is there anything that you're doing outside of jiu-jitsu that's pretty new? Or that you're pushing yourself to do that's new?
Well, like I
Besides
said,
driving in Colorado?
yeah, that was a big thing. Like I said, me just being a little more assertive
Mhm.
in boundaries. And when I say boundaries, I'm not necessarily meaning like telling people off or just saying no to certain things. Like, but what I think I mean like boundaries wise is like um not telling myself no or
Mm.
not putting barriers of like, okay, well, I don't
Mhm.
know if I want to like do this. What if I'm not good enough? Or like, what if I mess up or something? It's like I'm not gonna restrict myself. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say right, like say yes when I want to say no, or like, okay, I can still if I do need to put up like a maybe some sort of conflict or if I do need to engage in a conflict just to help everybody involved, like I'm gonna do that in my own way, but I'm not gonna not do it.
Mhm. Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also feel like recently I've been like trying to not put limits on myself too. Because I do that, like I also create structure and I create like boundaries. Like you were saying, like I realize that I do that to myself too. So I'm also trying to work at not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard, but I don't know. But
We're
recognizing it's
never.
like the first part of understanding it.
That's right. And there's no arrival to it. It's a journey.
Mhm.
But you got to start somewhere. And that's the main message. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So keep, look at us. Just adding our little Lowrys out here, spicing shit up. We are not boiled bland chicken.
Yeah, we're spicy, hot chicken. I don't
All
know
the
what seasonings you
goodness.
put on chicken. We're
I mean,
peppered and salted to
paprika,
perfection.
garlic powder, everything. So find ways to spice up your life, whatever that might be. Challenge yourself, push yourself. Don't be afraid to learn, try stuff that's new, and don't be afraid to fail because that's
Mhm.
what is going to happen when you do new shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, segue this out to our closing in my intrusive thoughts and trying new shit, right? In Estes, I was fearing I was gonna kill me and my partner going off of the side of these mountains. So if I would have continued to indulge in said thoughts, my subconscious probably would have started steering towards the edge. Or I
Mhm.
would have just somehow, unfortunately, maybe manifested some crazy shit happening. So it wasn't that I wanted to ignore the intrusive thoughts. I wanted to acknowledge but not indulge. So basically, for Zen Talk, right, it's like visualizing the positives of the what if slash when versus succumbing to the intrusive thoughts they may manifest that particular energy. So, meaning, what if and when we make it up this mountain versus what if a tire blows and I kill us both?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. So, like, changing your negative thoughts and just turning them positive, like, "Hey, I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
eventually. Let's just
Mm-hmm.
ignore these intrusive negative thoughts about running off the edge."
Yeah. Like, what if I make it up this mountain and get to see what I'm going to see?
Mm. Mhm.
You know? What if I don't see any bears and I've made it through scot free?
Yeah, I can see where that can just go south real fast, though. What if I hit the ledge? What if I hit the mountain?
That's succumbing to the negative energy then. The to this intrusive thoughts.
Were you able to
You
make
gotta what
that
if the positive.
were you able to make that switch in real time? To be like, "Hey, I'm thinking negatively too much."
No, I
And
was
damn.
not. But I didn't intentionally fester on it, but It was there. I just acknowledged
Mhm.
when it came through, and I was like, because I always have intrusive thoughts, whether they're like fun ones or not fun ones. Like, right, if I'm at the grocery store and I see a couple people, I'm just like, could be 800 points real quick. But I don't act on it. I'll never act on it.
Mhm.
But we all have these intrusive thoughts that we might be embarrassed or being like, I can't say that out loud. Right.
Mhm.
I'm just acknowledging it.
Yeah.
I didn't go down the rabbit hole, but it was just like, yeah, what happens if we do this? And then like, what happens if we tumble over the cliff? And then like, what happens if like we survive? And then like, are we going to have to get airlifted? I didn't go down that domino effect.
I got you. It was just like the one and done.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Like, what if a bear comes out and just like grabs me? Not like, what if it grabs me? And then like, what if it wrestles me to the ground? And then like, what if it bites my neck? And then like, I'm still breathing and then it's tearing my back muscles. And like, I didn't go.
Ooh. Yeah, I just got some gnarly visuals. Not trying to see that.
Sorry, y'all. Think happy, positive thoughts. What
What,
if,
what if Deja got on the bear's back and choked it out?
yeah, what if I got on the bear's back and gave the bear a bear hug? And then it was like those odd couple animal videos where like they both adopt each other and like we're best friends.
Yeah. And Deja befriends a bear.
Could you imagine that shit? Me like bringing the bear in like Tuesday nights, like, hey yo, got Yogi with me tonight.
Heidi, we got somebody new.
Need a probably gonna need a like a 5, like an
Yeah.
A5 or something, A6, get around the belly.
Sure. Well, it's a little skinny bear.
Little
You
lean
might got a
bear.
lanky bear, yeah.
Got leaned up. My bear's got 6-pack out here. Power lifter. My bear's a power
Oh,
lifter.
dang. Don't want to mess with your bear.
No, don't be out here. So the point is,
Don't bear out here.
visualize positive. Like fake it till you make it. As
Hmm.
ridiculous as we're saying, maybe we do manifest me actually bear hugging and bringing a bear to the gym.
You know, we might find out down the road. It'll be crazy, like 5 years from now, you actually hug a bear for whatever reason, and we're like, let's go back to episode 13.
Told y'all I've manifested this. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
already happening.
we're manifesting everything. We're just throwing it out there. The
Yep.
good energy.
Just throw it. Just throw it on the wall. Something's gonna stick. That's right. You got it. You got it. You know what else I see going in real quick? You
Yeah.
see in my visual what I'm seeing. I need you to see for yourself. You surrounded by your like artwork. You surrounded with like an abundance of just like requests for your
Yeah.
specialty of everything, whether it's logos, whether it's canvas, shirt designs, everything else that
Hmm.
we've talked about. I see you very much in the abundance of the success and achievements of all of these things.
Awesome. Thanks, Psychic Deja.
Yeah. Third eye.
Seeing my future.
Yep. It's seen. It's already happened. It's
Yeah,
happened.
it's happening.
So
We're working on it.
visualize the positive, y'all. That's our message for you.
It's a good one on this
Yeah,
late night.
that's right. Late night. So what does that look like for you going into starting your week? What does this look like for you? What are you
Mm,
gonna do?
well, I'm getting tattooed tomorrow.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
So we'll see how things are after that.
Do you know what you're getting? Like,
Yeah, I'm getting a scorpion
okay, sweet.
on my arm somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like big,
I
like
don't know. I don't know how big it's gonna be. We'll find out.
we're gonna we're gonna be surprised.
Yeah, same. That'll be cool though. I trust my artist. Yeah, but the rest of my week, I don't know. We'll see. I'll get a lot of training in, probably lift more because I can't like rub on my tattoo, so
Yeah.
probably
Well, I want you to be thinking
like manifesting.
how manifesting and how am I spicing up my life? What am I pushing myself? Newness in
Mhm.
whatever kind of area, and how do I continue moving forward in that?
Yeah. No, we're just gonna keep riding that wave. Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
when we were having those bad weeks, I felt like a little dip in energy or whatever, but I feel like I'm back on the up. Like I feel that.
We are back in it, baby. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good.
Fuck yeah. It's Libra season. Energize. This
Yeah.
is our season. This is when shit's gonna be getting done.
Birthday week.
Birthday week. Happy early birthday to
Thank you.
Michaela. This is gonna be out the day before her birthday. You hear this, send Michaela some birthday messages, a birthday positive energy out in the universe. Whatever. Just send some good vibes.
Yeah, thank you. And Deja too. Like her birthday's
Appreciate
coming up
you.
too.
We out here 22nd. Next Tuesday will be me. And then that'll be the end of Libra season, the day after that.
Mhm.
And we'll move into Scorpio.
Dang.
So, okay. Well, with that said, Michaela, you have anything else to add before I get to our quote?
No. No, we can wrap
All
it up.
right. So, episode 13, this is a late night one for us. So, switching it up, like I said, something new, synchronicity on all of it. So, with that said, our quote that we're going to end on tonight is: You cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. William Faulkner.
Our last week's quote was also mentioned water. So this is kind of cool. This one mentions water too. But this is like I think a maybe more positive one.
Yeah, basically, let me read again. We say we
Mhm.
always do two times out here. So, you cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. William Faulkner. So the way I kind of look at that, right? If you get so held up on the outcome, like we've talked about before, versus the process, and that's your sight, oh, this is going to be bad. I don't want to try something new, right? I'm going to fail. I don't want to try something new. You're not going to be able to swim within those potential new horizons, new opportunities. You're not going to be able to even have the opportunity for more opportunities to grow if you're
Mhm.
so set on this is going to be, I want this to be the sight, the vision.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of got like swim out and let go of the shore, let go of the past, just keep going,
Just
keep
swim,
pushing.
baby. The
Yeah.
waves are going to come.
Like Dory said, just keep swimming.
Dory out here. Yeah, absolutely. Or else your ass is going to drown. Okay? So you figure you want to take
Yeah.
in water, you want to drown, you want to keep it afloat, just keep it going. If I get so caught up in there's sharks in the water, I'm never gonna swim, baby.
Yeah, that was my first thought. There's sharks down in that water. Do you think so, like all the flooding in Florida, do you think the water pushed sharks up like inland? Like, do you think there's
Yes.
more sharks now, like in the rivers and just like
Oh hell yeah, they're
lakes and
everywhere.
stuff?
I saw some video of like somebody in Florida, like they like came back to their house and like opened it up, and the first thing they saw was a gator right there.
Oh no.
So I would imagine it's like right, and there's like another video. Somebody was in water. They're like, "Oh, there goes a shark," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, that's scary.
All the shit they got in Florida, right? Like the shark, not just the sharks, the pythons. The list,
Ooh. Ooh, I bet all those snakes, I bet everything's coming out because they were flooded
yeah,
out. Oh,
yeah.
that's so gross. All those big ass snakes.
So
Yeah.
You survived the hurricane. Now we're in the wildlife as they're still cleaning up and getting through the debris.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Well, hey, swim out there in those new horizons, though, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't let the sharks and gators and pythons scare you from just getting out there. Well, with that said, Michaela, you have anything else to add or wrap up on?
No. We can wrap this up.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all. Chokes in Consciousness, episode 13. We are out here yet again. We appreciate you. This is Deja.
This is Michaela.
And we will see and talk with y'all next time.
Yeah.
Good night.